Hello, welcome to Hope. My name is Darrenisha, and I'll be your therapist today. And your name?
Herb.
Jade.
Nice to meet you, Herb and Jade. Well, I would like to start off before we get into anything, just to discuss confidentiality for a little bit. Basically, I want you guys to feel comfortable and to let you know that this is a safe place, safe environment. Whatever we discuss will be kept between us. I do have to say, if I feel like it's going to harm you or anyone else or could be potential harm, I will have to report it. But other than that, whatever goes on within our session stays within our session.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to start off with what brings you in today.
I've been struggling with an addiction for the last 10 years, and it's breaking my family apart.
Yeah, he has a bad gambling, a bad gambling habit. When we first started, it was like a couple thing, and then we got deeper into our marriage, and now it's like taking him away from like our kids. We have two kids, and it's really like cutting into our financials as well.
Okay. And would you agree with what she said?
To some degree, she's being completely honest.
Okay. So I would like to also ask, what would you like to gain from this session?
I'm looking forward to not having any type of addictional problems, whether it's gambling, which seems like to be my biggest addiction, cigarettes, alcohol, but I just want to get rid of all my addictions. Most importantly, the gambling.
Okay. And what would you like to gain from this session?
I would like to get my best friend back, my husband, the father of my two kids. Um, it's difficult waking up in the middle of the night and he's not there, and like when our kids don't feel well, or having to wake up by myself and take our kids to school and he's not there with us. It's just a lot of family time like we just don't have anymore because he's always out gambling at the casinos, or like he says,
It's
drinking at
not it's not
bars.
always my gambling because I do go to work. So some nights I come home late and I go with my friends to a bar and I come home a little bit later. But for the most part, we do go gamble. So
And
that's
for the
part of
most
it.
part, I am home alone with the kids. So that's our issue. And it's pushing me, mostly me, to a divorce because it's just, I rather, if I'm already alone, I might as well just not be married to him
Hmm.
because it's like a burden.
Okay. So what I'm getting from just listening to you guys talk is that it's basically putting a strain on your marriage now. Before it wasn't necessarily a problem because you guys used to do it together as a bonding activity, but now it looks as if it's getting a little out of hand. Where
A
he's
lot out of
doing
him.
a lot out of hand.
Hmm.
Okay. Where it's getting to the point where he's not really around anymore.
Exactly.
Okay. And is there a reason you're not really around? Like, are you trying to escape something, or is it just that's what you like to do?
I mean, after losing 3 jobs, I turned to something to try to make some extra money for rent, and I was a very good card player. So first, I started making a few dollars here and there, and then they just opened up a casino near the house. So once I opened up, I would go more often, and every night you don't win, and to win big, you have to bet big. So
Hmm.
there was times where I lost a big amount of money, and then got behind on rent, but it all came out of an effort of trying to help. So,
Okay. So what I'm getting is that although she may see it as a problem for you, you actually see it as a way of you trying to help your family
yes,
with financially,
all right,
as far as getting extra money when you don't really have to work
exactly,
right now. Okay.
exactly.
And I mean, you have to acknowledge that as his wife as well to see that he is trying to provide for his
I mean,
family.
at the beginning, he told me that before. At the beginning, when
Mm-hmm.
I first addressed it, when I saw it was becoming an issue. But now it's like, okay, I understand you're trying to help the family, but now it's like you're hurting your family even more, not even being around.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, that was okay, cool, but now it's kind of like, oh, okay, so since you see that's not helping further with, financials. Now it's like breaking us apart more. I feel like he should just try and get more. Like, he has a job now, but it's not as steady as the jobs he lost before. So I guess, like he said, that's why he turned to gambling, and that's fine. However, I just really want my house to be back to a 2-parent home instead of like me being a single mother and stuff.
Okay. So today what we're going to do during the session is something called solution focused therapy, where we basically just focus on the solution. We say the problem is gambling addiction and it's kind of messing up your guys' marriage. You're looking toward a divorce and you really don't want that. So we're just going to kind of work together to come up with a solution of what life would be like if you didn't have this gambling problem, if you guys were much more happier together, you know, what we can do to get you to that point. So I'm going to start off with basically asking a question. It's going to seem a little strange and it's going to take a little imagination from both of you guys. It's something called a miracle question. If you were to leave tonight and go to bed at your regular time, and when you wake up in the morning, you realize a miracle has happened and you no longer have that gambling addiction and you have your happy husband always around, what exactly would you notice when you first wake up that has let you know that that miracle has happened?
Yeah, I'll go first, that's fine. I believe that I will wake up with my husband next to me, us getting up, getting our kids ready to go to school, or if it's a weekend, making them breakfast and stuff to like go to the park, like amusement park, or to go to the beach, or something like really fun, packed family day, something like that. We maybe on the weekends we'll go on a date. We haven't been dating on like years. Like we're coming up on 10 years, and it's just something like that for sure. Something that I have him there with me, and we're with our kids and having fun and then spending quality time with each other.
Okay. And how would that day look like for you?
I'll wake up and have a very steady job. So I would take my kids to school, go to work, and then be able to come home and have dinner with my family, or maybe take my son to see a basketball game, or maybe even watch some of his games, because I haven't been able to watch many of his games due to the type of work I'm in. So that would be an ideal day for me.
Okay. So what I'm getting is that you will wake up and your husband will be there the way you want him to, helping you get the kids together for school. Because I'm taking that you do it by yourself right now?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Is it because he's at work or he's just somewhere else?
Most of the time, I mean, sometimes like he sleeps in from work, or sometimes he sleeps in from coming from the casino. Because like sometimes after work he goes to the casino with his friends, kind of like a happy hour type deal. So he's just always like tired.
Okay, so you're just asking for him to be more alert and more up. And, okay.
Yeah.
And then what I'm getting from you is that you're waking up to that stable job, able to provide for your family as well as spend some quality time with your kids as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you see your marriage now, based on how it was in the past?
I don't have one. He's completely like different, only because like we were just so close, and now I feel like he hides things. Like he knows I don't like gambling, so he like hides like the receipts from like the beds and stuff like that, and then I end up fighting it while doing like laundry or something like that. So it's kind of like now I don't know what like who he is anymore. We don't talk anymore. It's more like we argue because I can say that I nag him about the gambling thing, but it's only because like I don't want it to like I want it to stop.
And how about you? Do you agree with what she said?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna ask another question. It's basically a question where you can kind of rate where you are right now from a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being like the bottom of the lowest of the low, where it's at its worst point, and 10 being where it's okay, like it's good, it's great. Based off just last month and today, how would you rate your gambling?
I'll say about a 3.
3 words.
It's better than it was when I first lost my job. But with the unsteady job I have, it's not as bad because I don't have as much time. So I'll say it's at a 3.
Okay. You agree with that?
Yeah, I guess I say more closer to a 5. It's like at its midpoint, only because it's like it has gotten better, but it is still like affecting us.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know. It's like kind of like a take it or leave it deal. But with me, it's like I'd rather him just stop completely. But I know it's hard for people to stop like cold turkey.
So you are acknowledging that he has been somewhat trying to progress or somewhat trying to change it up a little bit if you say he's at a 5?
Yeah, he's trying, but I guess since I feel like he's hiding everything from me, it's kind of like I feel like I can't get that trust back. Like I don't trust him. So it's like if he'd be like, oh no, I didn't go gambling, I'd be like, no, you did. Like kind of like he kind of lost my trust when it came to that.
Okay. So I have to acknowledge that you gave yourself a 3 and your wife gave you a 5,
Yeah.
which is actually better than what you gave yourself.
Right.
How does that make you feel?
That means I'm doing better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I'm improving.
That's good. Okay. Well, I would like for you guys to continue just trying to communicate, trying to trust him some more. He may say he's not gambling and he may have not been gambling. So tonight, what I would like you guys to do is just kind of take some time to yourself, just you two, because it doesn't sound like you guys are getting enough alone time together because you've got busy schedules and you're kind of taking care of the kids. And then next session, I will kind of see where you guys are at. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Well, thanks for coming, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you.